whoo, y'all just don't know. This is like take number fucking 5, and I've been getting in 4 minutes deep, and something interrupts or something happens. But here we are. So the topic today is depression. Now, I can't say in any of these stories or in this whole conversation that I ain't deserve what I got. Because, I mean, karma is a thing. We can't ignore it. Karma exists. But I've definitely put myself in some situations where it has put me in that zone, or I was just like that for a while in general because, well, life just ain't perfect, alright? It ain't always fucking peaches and goddamn cream. And if you think that, eliminate that by the time you hit any type of teen. Just whoo, enjoy while you're a kid, but shit changes for you. But anyways, back on topic. Um, when I was depressed, things that I did was like I wouldn't eat for nothing. I would go days without eating just because I would think about something that triggered my depression even worse right when I go to eat. And it's not intentional. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and think about shit that I want to be sad with. Just fuck the world. Just I don't know why, but I would just go to eat something. Just like boom, don't forget this happened today. Well, I'm no longer hungry, and it sucked. That's why I'm so goddamn skinny now. Um, Another thing I did was, well, at least for the first time, I don't know why I was like this, but for like the first couple months I was sad and depressed, I would just sleep my life away, and it seemed fun. It just honestly seemed like my type of way to escape. I would go into a dream, or sometimes not dream at all, just be black, and then I wake up. But it was my way of escaping. And then after a while, I just couldn't sleep. I was too active in my brain, I guess you can say. I was thinking about so much other shit that it just didn't work. Sleep wasn't an option, and just it sucks for a person. And one thing I can say, and I can honestly admit, and I don't, and it can't doesn't go for everyone. Some people actually are fine. Some people are actually just maybe that day they're just not happy because I'm happy. But it's always, I can honestly say from my point of view, it's always a friend that is honestly trying to make everyone else laugh. And the only reason I say that's because from my point of view, with my sadness, I get a real kicker off of making other people laugh. I know how sad this world is, so why do I want to see anyone I care about or anyone in general feel this way? No one deserves to feel this way, you feel me? Like, this shit hurts. It feels like you're sitting above water, but it feels like you're slowly drowning. I remember sometimes I would be sitting there, and I'm talking about just laying there, and I'm just still heavy breathing, just like, damn, well, I feel like I got a lot of weight on my chest. Like, that shit is real. It is honestly real. And you sit there trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with me. Can something, just anything, just that's what weed kicked in for me. I'm not gonna cap, but don't smoke. Don't. Nah, I smoke a lot of weed. Just don't smoke that tobacco. That damn nicotine. That shit dangerous. Dangerous as fuck. But yeah, that's just how it went for me. It was trash. And I know, honestly, if I could just show others that I feel you, I get somewhere. Honestly, I feel like if someone knew that they weren't alone, more people would want to live per se. Cause honestly, people ask me, "Yo, how you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm miserable." That is literally always my answer. It will never change, just because I just live in that state. I guess people ask me, "Why do you choose to stay that way?" Well, I honestly tell them I've learned to accept my misery. I know there's a way to get out of it, and I know that when that time comes, that time's come. But for now, I can only deal with it, and I deal with it in ways that aren't good, and some ways that are good. Some that aren't is I smoke. Honestly, I can say smoking it helps with the pain. I ain't saying it's bad for you. That shit's definitely not bad for you. But when you depend on it as an escape route, then I guess I could say it's bad for you, because then you'll go a couple of days without smoking, and boom, now you lashing out worse than you were than before you started smoking. You feel me? And The worst combination to go with depression is anger issues, because now you just all over the fucking place. You about ready to blow up the world and fall the fuck apart all in one sitting, and it's bullshit. Bullshit. And it sucks because you want to go out with your friends, and when you do go out with your friends, yeah, you have fun while you're with them. You get dropped back off where you live, whatever the fuck, back where you're alone. No joke, it's a force field. You step foot in any radius of where your misery lies, and it's just like, here we go again. And it's back to that. I remember I had an apartment, and me and someone I was really close with, we was going through it. When I tell you depression hit so hard, my guy, I lost my job because I wasn't acting right. I lost the apartment because I didn't have the job that, provided the funds for me to keep that. So then it was back to living with my grandma, sleeping on the couch. That didn't help my mentals get nowhere. I felt like I wasn't doing nothing. Honestly, I felt like I wasn't welcomed a lot of the time, actually. I really felt like they didn't want me there. And when you feel that way, what can you do? And that's not like I could have went anywhere else. So I had to deal with that. It's a lot of emotions that come with this package. And I remember sometimes I'd sit here and play songs on repeat that hit the hardest to home of how I felt. That's one good coping skill I guess I could say I did inherit. I would vibe to music to escape. I would screamo, dubstep, all that. I was in there, especially at screamo. Ooh, rock music. People don't realize it because they just hear the screaming like, oh, that's demon music. Not all of it is demon music. Some of them people are spitting facts, but the only way they can voice it is by yelling, because that's how the voice in their head sounds. That's how I tell people the reason I listen to that type of stuff, at least. I like Scarlord. I don't know if you guys know who that is. If you don't, go look him up. That man got some vocals. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like screamo rap. I don't know. But he's crispy. And people ask, why do you listen to this guy? Well, because his screaming is louder than the thoughts in my head, and I be getting lost in that shit. You feel me? Like, music does help with depression, I can honestly say. That is a big, and I could say well-known fact. Music is an escape route. Now, I know some of you may wonder where the fuck did this conversation go. It went here, there, everywhere, because that's what my brain does, okay? I'll forget the line I was at, then boom, we're here. That's what happens with this, with me. Get used to it. Get used to it, honestly. But that pain is something else, honestly. And if I could go into the description, honestly, of how everything really went down, if I was that comfortable enough or at the point in my life where I felt like I could talk about this, I honestly would, in which I feel like there will be a point at one time where I can talk to you guys about this, or talk to, honestly, anyone, because it'll be something that is long gone. I no longer have to worry about it. And when that day comes, maybe I'll have some self-peace. We're hoping to see what goes on in life, honestly. Because life goes on, bruh. And as much as we hate it, you can either fold and fall, or you can live and fight. And I don't want to see anyone fall. I've seen a lot of people fall, and I'm tired of seeing people fall. I remember one time I was going through some serious ish. I'm talking about, I can honestly say I was thinking about ending my life at a point. A few times this has happened, but oh well, I obviously didn't do it. I'm here making these videos, so. But my mom sat me down. She was talking to me, and she was like, Levi, as you can see, I don't know if I can read backwards, but that says Levi. Levi, you gotta take stuff one day at a time, son. You're compiling things on top of one another and trying to solve them all in one swoop. It's not gonna happen. You need to pace yourself. You know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. You could get it done, but you're not gonna get it done panicking. Don't force yourself to stress over silly stuff that has a simple answer. And from that day on, I was mind blown, honestly. My mom she really helped with that. And I know some people go through parent problems, which is the reason that they're going through stuff like that. I'm not saying, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, parents know best. Parents are always the best, blah, 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 blah. Because everyone's situation is different. By a mile, they're different. But I honestly feel like there's someone out there for everyone that they can talk to. Rather it be a damn dog. And no, I don't find you crazy if you talk to your dog. I remember back when I was sad, I had this dog named Isis. And before you guys say anything, I swear we named this dog before that shit kicked off. I don't know what the fuck happened. And we didn't even know that shit existed till boom, it hit the news. And I was like, great, now I'm going to have to explain my dog's name. But I had Isis, and she was a red and blue nose mixed pit. And she had caramel brown fur with a little white patch going down right here and a white patch on her back. Beautiful pit, and honestly I miss her to this day. But I used to talk to her. I'm talking about I would sit down, tears in my eyes sometimes at that, and I just look at the dog, and she would look at me like she understood, and I just be like, Isis, why am I like this? Why can't I ever have this peace where I could sit here and just be happy and for no reason I don't have to be doing anything? Why does my life have to be this tragic? Is something good gonna come from it, or am I forever gonna be this way? And honestly help. Not that I was looking for an answer or anything. Sometimes you don't need an answer. The answer's within you. You just need that kickstart. And that's what the conversations are for. You talk to someone, and literally as you're talking, you start answering your own questions without realizing it. Then it dawns upon you, oh, if I just did this instead of that, then I would be very much happier. And that's how it worked for me. I would literally just sit there and talk to her. Then me and my mom had our fallout. I moved out, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Me and my mom, we have the best bond, I can honestly say now. Me and my mom, two peas in the pod. I could talk to her about everything. I no longer have to hide anything, and I honestly appreciate that. And that's another person I talk to now. I can't say my wife knows everything about me, but I can say she knows enough that I can talk to her. And whenever you talk to anyone other than yourself, sometimes that's how you start finding your own answers. Because when you're talking to yourself on top of having all these other issues, you're never going to find the answer. So stop trying. Maybe you literally just need to go and reevaluate and just pause, take a breather, sit and think about the situation and find a way out of it. Because there's always a way out. There's a way out of depression. People be like, oh, just do this, just do that. It's not as easy as people would say. Of course, everything is easier said than done. But it can be done if you have the will to feel better. This video is now 13 minutes long, so I'm probably going to cut it because I feel like I'm talking too much. But I hope this did something for any of you. Again, feel free to comment anything, talk to your boy. I'm here. And Ben Levi. We gone.